This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Here we are on Twitter looking at Ricky Gervais's Twitter account. I wanted to cover him a little bit more on the channel, but I just couldn't find too much news with him, so I figured I'd go over this tweet that got some attention, and you guys will see why. He says, "Laugh at whatever you find funny. Don't laugh at things you don't find funny. It's really simple. There is no argument." Okay, so this tweet here got almost 1,000 comments, and a lot of the comments disagreed. Now, I think they disagreed because the tweet is, well, a little incomplete. I think what he meant was to use some common sense and don't laugh at literally everything, but it comes off like he means laugh at literally everything. So let's see what some people said. So, Nika Cobb says, "I wish it was that simple. However, some people find it funny to hurt animals, record it, and share it. The fun ends where others' rights are in danger." So, like I said, she has a point. Things that are like really distasteful, you probably shouldn't laugh at. But I do wish people would stop taking such offense and being so critical when you laugh at things that should be jokes. I mean, I kind of wish that we could just all joke about each other, religion, political stuff, race, all of it. As long as it's not a personal, direct attack on you or your family or something like that, we should be able to laugh at things. And if people could take words a lot less serious in most cases, we might have a better world. If you get like super sensitive and offended by so many different things so often, it just causes conflict. So Diane says, "I feel bad for anyone that makes a living in comedy in a world where everyone gets their feelings hurt. We need comedians now more than ever." And I agree. Like I just said, there's so much of hurting feelings that it actually hurts the overall ability for us to get along. So Groggy says, "For contextual reasons, I watched you in Manchester, (science. You joked about drug abusers. This was a few weeks after my brother lost his life. For that very reason, I was upset and found it difficult to listen to, but I saw it for what it was, a joke." And, yeah, even if something is, like, really touchy for you, it's a joke. On his side, it's a joke, and I think this guy has a good attitude. So, the viewing situation says, "You can't laugh at what you find funny because some don't find it funny and react badly to you for laughing. Laugh secretly for safety, so won't be bullied, stabbed, or accused of something bad. Laugh secretly so they can't take offense. Wear headphones so can't hear their attacks." Yeah, and I get what he's saying, on the whole, is that some people these days are getting violent over being offended by political jokes, racial jokes, things like that. So, yeah, on one sense, if you did laugh, you could actually kind of pay some consequences for it. "People's so-called right to be offended by everything is trying to ruin comedy, and frankly, I am started to get offended by people getting offended. Just exercising my newfound right." Yeah, so Ryan's actually on my side. This whole getting offended thing is actually what the problem is. So I kind of wish people could pay a price for being offended at something that's obviously a joke or something like, not important enough to cause a stir over. So if I see a man in a wheelchair fall downstairs, I want to laugh. Is that bad? So yeah, obviously we wouldn't want to laugh at that, but use some fucking common sense. I don't think that Ricky literally meant laugh at literally everything. He just needed like one or two more lines on that tweet to explain it. But it did cause some interesting conversation and back and forth, so maybe that was kind of part of the strategy. Because what a lot of times comedians, celebs, famous people will do, or, journalists will do a hot take where they say something they know will stir people up, will get a lot of, conversation going, so it gets more attention than just some kind of regular news or some more safe statements. So Toby here says kind of what I was thinking. A simple statement, unfortunately, unless we provide a clear roadmap of instructions to this tweet, in today's society, asking people to apply their own values or common sense will result in accusations of sadism, racism, and anything else that's an issue. This I find funny. So yeah, I think that Toby was hinting in the same way that the tweet's a little incomplete. However, like I said, The lesson to be learned is, if you got something interesting to say, people will react, and you'll get some good conversation out of it. So, you guys, let me know what you think below. Like I said, I've wanted to cover more Ricky on this channel. I had a video of his that did pretty good. Got about 350 subs. So I'm thinking, like, for you guys, I want to keep going on Ricky. I just have not found any new material on him. No articles, no controversy. So kind of figured I'd check out his Twitter and see if there was anything interesting. And this was interesting enough, I guess. Anyway, doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. Let's do a shout-out. Shout-out to Tanya Campbell. Thank you for following me on Twitter. Shout-out to Helly Skelly, who amazingly has the same exact number of followers and following at 1923. Interesting. And shout out to Belicio Alfonso, who I see here all the time. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, depth first heard, pop culture, trying to do more Ricky Gervais, but like I said, he's kind of quiet. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.